Have you ever looked into the mirror and felt like time was moving faster inside you than it should? Like your body was aging, even on days your mind felt young? But what if time isn't something that simply happens to you? What if deep within your system you hold the ability to slow it down, even freeze it, if only for a moment? Stay with me till the end of this video, because once you understand how yogis manipulate time from within, you'll realize that the clock on the wall is not the real enemy. The clock inside your cells is. We grow up believing time is absolute. Seconds, minutes, hours, a rigid march forward. But biology doesn't follow that clock. Your cells operate on their own rhythm, dictated not by the sun or the stars, but by your internal state of energy. When you are joyful, time seems to fly. When you are anxious, every second feels heavy. When you meditate, time blurs. Your perception shifts, and with it, the chemistry of your body shifts too. Our inner time is elastic. It stretches and contracts depending the quality of our awareness. This is why yogis say, if you master your energies, you master time. In mystic musings, Sadhguru mentions a profound line. For one who becomes still within himself, time does not move the same way. He wasn't speaking poetically. He meant it literally. When the inner turbulence stops, the thoughts, the reactions, the mental chatter, the physiological processes that define aging also slow down. Your heartbeat softens. Your breath lengthens. Your cellular activity becomes orderly. The system enters a state where time does not leave deep marks. This is why ancient yogis could sit unmoving for hours, not because they fought their body, but because they changed the speed at which their inner system operated. Long before scientific terms like telomeres, cellular clocks, or biological age existed, yogis already understood that time is a consequence of the friction inside your body. Reduce the friction, reduce the time. They discovered this not through laboratories, but through direct experience. When a yogi sits absolutely still, breath almost halted, heart rate dipped. The body enters a different dimension altogether. To the outside world, 1 hour passes. To the yogi, barely a moment has moved. This isn't magic, it's internal control. Your body is constantly in motion, thousands of reactions per second. Most of this chaos is driven by stress, fear, desire, and unconscious compulsions. But when attention becomes razor sharp, breath becomes deliberate, and awareness is turned inward, the body's internal movement begins to slow. Breath is the bridge. Slow down your breath, and the body follows. Slow down the body, and the mind follows. Slow down both, and time itself becomes thin like a wheel. This is why certain yogic kriyas were considered time dissolving practices. They don't freeze time outside, but they freeze its effect inside you. Modern science has begun to see glimmers of what yogis always claimed. Monks who meditate deeply show drastically slowed metabolism, reduced brain activity, unusually coherent heart rhythms, lowered cellular aging markers. In this state, the body behaves as if it has stepped out of the normal flow of time. Sadhguru once said, if you take charge of your prana, your life is no longer ruled by the ticking of the body. In other words, You stop being a prisoner of biological time. There are rare states where yogis go so deep within that breath almost stops, not forcibly, but naturally. In these moments, the boundary between life and time becomes thin. If time is movement and you reduce inner movement to nearly zero, time simply loses grip. There are recorded cases of yogis in the Himalayas whose body temperatures dropped, pulse disappeared, and yet they remained fully conscious because their awareness was far beyond the body. For them, minutes and hours merge into a still pool, a place where time doesn't flow, it waits. To freeze time inside the body, you don't need mystical powers. You need inner stillness. And inner stillness comes from taking charge of breath and prana. When breath becomes slow and subtle, the oxidative stress on your cells decreases. This is why meditators look younger. This is why yogis can appear ageless. They are not fighting time, they are stepping outside its grip. Imagine a wheel spinning fast. Everything blurs. Slow it down and every spoke becomes visible. Your life is exactly like that wheel. Aging isn't just a number, it's the rate at which your body burns itself out. Every thought, every emotion, every reaction, all of it leaves a chemical footprint. Most people age not because time is passing, but because their mind is racing. This is why yogis emphasize consciousness over lifestyle. Because once the inner agitation drops, you age slower, sometimes dramatically slower. When you meditate deeply, you are not escaping life, you are stretching it. So, can you truly freeze time completely? Only a few yogis in history have achieved that, entering states of samadhi where bodily functions nearly dissolve. But you can certainly slow down your inner time. Every breath you take consciously, every moment you sit still, every time you drop a reaction, you are stealing seconds, minutes, even years back from the clock. Life doesn't have to be a race. It can be a deep stillness where time becomes your companion, not your captor. And once you experience that stillness, you'll realize the real miracle is not stopping time, but stepping beyond it. If this video made you question the way time works inside you, share this with someone who feels life is slipping too fast. Let them know that slowing down isn't weakness, it's mastery. And if you want more deep dives into yogic science, mystic musings, and the hidden mechanisms of consciousness, like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. Until then, stay conscious, stay curious, and may your inner time flow gently.